If you want your Christian organizations or church's YouTube channel to start getting more views, you've got to start putting in effort with your thumbnails. I'm going to give you our 5 best thumbnail tips after our agency has designed several hundred different thumbnails for multiple different Christian organizations and churches that have all done really well by the grace of God. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you real examples of Christian organizations on YouTube who have thumbnails that aren't very good, and then I'm going to show you how they can be changed so that they can be a lot more effective to get more clicks and views, also that more souls can be impacted with the gospel and biblical truth. My name is Trevor Sheets, and I'm the founder and owner of On the Mount, a Christian social media growth agency that has helped over a dozen biblically sound Christian organizations explode on social media for several years. Although titles are the #1 leverage to getting more clicks on your videos, thumbnails are the next most important element, and having a good thumbnail that complements a good title is a very effective combination in getting more views on your Christian organization's videos. If you haven't yet seen our video on how to make the best titles possible for your Christian organization, stick around to the end of this video and it's going to appear on the screen for you to click. So here's our top 5 thumbnail tips. Number 1, always create a custom thumbnail. The main thumbnail image that you use should always be a compelling or action-filled screenshot from your pastor's sermon or from the speaker who's engaging in the video, or some sort of compelling image that complements the title of your video well. YouTube actually said that over 90% of the best performing videos on their platform have custom thumbnails. It's that important. The software that our agency uses to create all of our thumbnails is Canva, which we absolutely love. You can also start on it for free. They're not affiliated with this video in any way. They're just what our agency prefers, but there's a lot of other options out there, such as Photoshop and others too. Feel free to do some Googling and you'll find options that fit your needs well. Thumbnail tip number 2, unless there's a very visual element in your thumbnail, always add text to the thumbnail. Here's what I mean. If you're making a video on how you have a very ancient manuscript of the Bible, oftentimes just having a close-up image of this very interesting item with no text at all for the thumbnail can be very compelling because the whole theme of the video is based around an interesting object. But usually that's not the case. Usually there won't be an object that you can easily associate with your video. And in those cases, adding text to the thumbnail essentially always helps it perform better. Tip number 3, and this is a big mistake that we see all the time. The thumbnail text should never repeat what the title is. This is one of the most, if not the most common thumbnail mistake that Christian organizations and churches make. They come up with the title for their YouTube video and they use that exact same title for the thumbnail text. But here's why it doesn't work. Almost 100% of the time, when people are browsing content to watch on YouTube, they will be able to see both your title and your thumbnail. So it doesn't actually provide any additional value if you repeat the exact same text as the title in the thumbnail. In fact, it makes it less compelling to click on it and watch. Instead, if you know that people will look at the thumbnail and the title before they make a decision to click on your video to watch it, you get to use that extra thumbnail text as an opportunity to complement your title in a very compelling and engaging way. Here's an example. One Christian ministry had a video titled, "Isn't the question of how God created just like any other denominational issue?" That was the title of the video, and as you can see by their thumbnail, they used that exact same title for the thumbnail. Instead, when we went and created a custom thumbnail for this video, not only did we change that title because we didn't think it was the best, but look at this thumbnail. We're adding complementary information that says, not just a side issue. That text isn't anywhere to be found in the title, but it complements the title and makes it more intriguing and engaging. Here's tip number 4. Keep your thumbnail minimal. Avoid using series names, your church or your Christian ministry's logo, etc. The more minimal your thumbnail is, the more attention is able to be drawn to the key pieces of information that you have. It causes people to be able to recognize and process your thumbnail better, leading to more people clicking on your video and watching it. And last but not least, tip number 5, follow the same 5 steps that we laid out for your YouTube titles for your thumbnail text as well. Again, there's gonna be a link at the end of this video to watch those 5 steps for making compelling YouTube titles, and it applies exactly to creating a compelling thumbnail text as well. Here's one more example of a thumbnail that I wanna show you. For this thumbnail for this sermon, they simply had a screenshot of the pastor, so it wasn't something that was very compelling or effective. It's not something that was custom created. So instead, here's what we created for them. We made the pastor much more zoomed in and clear and visible to see, and then we also added some very compelling text. You might not be saved if. And the title of the video, we gave it something like, here's how you can tell if you're a born again Christian. And so notice how the thumbnail text is not repeating the title, but it's complementing it in a compelling way that really makes it desirable for you to click and watch on this video if you're a Christian. That's the whole point. And like I mentioned before though, getting the thumbnail right is just one part of the equation. Good titles have an even greater effect on getting more people to click your videos most of the time. You can click right over here to watch that video that I mentioned on how to make the most compelling titles for your Christian organization possible. Or if you've already seen that video, then it's time for you to learn how you can make the most intriguing videos possible for your Christian organization. So make sure you don't miss that video here.